Genius hacker boy came to participate in the hacker competition, and others only entered the competition site through invitation letters. However, he directly hacked into the access control system. Then he swaggered into the competition site. The host on stage was still boasting about their world's #1 network system, and even made harsh remarks. As long as someone could break through the company's 3 firewalls on site, they could not only win a 100 million yuan cash prize but also become their company's executives directly. Soon, the competition officially began. Unexpectedly, in just 5 minutes, a group of computer experts chose to give up. In 10 minutes, there was only one young man left on the stage, and he almost sparked a spark on the keyboard. When he started to break through the last firewall, there were only 3 minutes left. When everyone thought the young man would fail, he just pressed the enter key, and the 3rd firewall was successfully breached. He became the champion of the competition, and the organizers fulfilled their promise on the spot. Not only did they give him a huge bonus, but they also invited the young man to work at their company. When he heard that his annual salary was 10 times higher, he decisively agreed to the invitation. 10 years have passed in the blink of an eye. That day, the young man was working overtime to build a 6G network framework. He often worked overtime, causing him physical and mental exhaustion, so he slept directly in the company. Unexpectedly, the newly appointed female manager discovered him and poured a glass of water on the young man's face. When the young man woke up, the female manager directly fired him. The young man was very angry and immediately went to ask the chairman's son for an explanation. As soon as he entered, he saw his ex-girlfriend dating the chairman's son. The young man realized that it was the chairman's son who had asked the manager to dismiss him. After all, the young man's girlfriend is now his personal secretary, and the wealthy second generation would never have thought that he would have to pay a painful price for today's decision. The young man is the world's top network development engineer and the only 6G network expert in their company. In order to invite the young man to work in their company, the chairman has invited him several times. Last night, he worked overtime too late because he dealt with a vulnerability in the 6G network, so he fell asleep in the chair. He never expected the company to use this as an excuse to dismiss him. What makes the young man even more difficult to accept is that his girlfriend has also fallen into the arms of the wealthy second generation. Now he doesn't want to worry about these things anymore. He told the wealthy second generation that the project he is currently responsible for will determine the future of their entire company. If I were fired now, they definitely can't bear the losses caused. After hearing this, his ex-girlfriend laughed. She mocked the young man for sleeping frequently at work all these years. If it weren't for her pleading with the rich second generation, the young man would have been fired long ago. The second generation of wealthy people are unwilling to listen to the nonsense of young men and asked him to get out quickly. However, the young man insisted that he was personally invited by the chairman. Dismissal of him requires the consent of the chairman. The rich second generation thought the young man was talking nonsense, so they insisted that he should leave now. The young man immediately dialed the chairman's phone, but the other party didn't answer for a long time. The rich second generation became arrogant at Dayton, and he took out some cash from his pocket and threw it at the young man's face, claiming that driving him away was the chairman's intention. The young man warned the rich second generation before leaving, hoping that they wouldn't regret it. As soon as the young man left the company, he posted a large amount of information seeking cooperation online. He was going to hand over the 6G project to another company, and at that moment, the wealthy second generation received a phone call from his father. He knew his son was very arrogant, so he asked him not to